In today's fast-paced world, the art of silence seems almost forgotten. We're surrounded by constant noise and chatter. But what if the times we choose not to speak carried as much power as the moments we do? How often do we pause to consider the meaning behind our quiet moments? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us to control ourselves through reason and emotional resilience. It's a powerful way to learn when to speak, and perhaps more importantly, when to stay silent. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, once said, "It is better to stumble with your feet than with your tongue." This wise reminder prompts a question: how often have we regretted words spoken in haste or anger? Stoicism doesn't just tell us to avoid certain actions. It encourages us to use silence as a tool for personal growth and inner peace. Imagine facing life's challenges with the calm assurance that silence can speak volumes. Stoic wisdom shows us that silence isn't simply the lack of words. It's a deliberate, powerful response that has been carefully considered. Silence can ease conflicts, protect us, and deepen our understanding. But when should we embrace silence? Together, we'll explore 9 essential moments where choosing silence isn't just wise. It can transform our lives. As we dive into these lessons, consider how practicing Stoic silence could influence your relationships and bring you greater peace of mind. What if a calm silence could end a heated argument better than any harsh words? What might a quiet pause reveal about your feelings and thoughts? Join us as we uncover the powerful times to remain silent, guided by the ancient knowledge of Stoicism. Are you ready to embark on this journey? If so, let us know with a word to begin. Number 1. When facing unfair criticism. According to Stoic philosophy, unfair criticism offers a unique opportunity to build inner strength and show integrity. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wisely said that if something outside of us causes distress, it's not the thing itself, but our perception of it that troubles us. He emphasized that we can shift our perspective at any moment. Often, what bothers us about criticism isn't the criticism itself, but rather how we interpret and respond to it. Reflect on this. How might viewing criticism differently make you stronger? Can you think of a time when remaining calm in the face of unfair criticism led to a better outcome? For example, if you're leading a project and receive harsh feedback, a Stoic response would be to calmly examine the feedback, take any constructive insights, and dismiss any unfounded negativity. This approach, as Epictetus suggests, preserves both your inner peace and professional dignity. Practicing Stoicism involves responding with calm, thoughtful actions rather than defensive words. Allow your work and your composed response to speak for themselves. Choosing not to react immediately to unfair criticism is not a passive choice, it's a deliberate, strategic one. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and responses. This inner strength can turn potential conflicts into demonstrations of personal resilience and philosophical dedication. When you encounter challenges, consider how silence can serve you. What opportunities might emerge from a thoughtful silence rather than an impulsive reaction? Could this practice not only nurture your own peace of mind, but also influence those around you? Incorporating Stoic principles into our lives, especially when facing unfair criticism, aligns us with a philosophy that values character over fleeting approval. This fosters personal growth and inspires others to do the same, offering an alternative to a world often loud with self-promotion. Marcus Aurelius advises, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." By choosing silence, we create a space for self-reflection and growth. Criticism, fair or unfair, is part of life and can often teach us valuable lessons. But when it's unjust, Stoicism offers a way to handle it with class and grace. Stoic wisdom tells us that what matters most is not what happens to us, but how we respond to it. Taking a moment to pause before reacting to criticism gives you time to think clearly, detaching your worth from the criticism. Epictetus reminds us that we control our mind, not external events. This understanding brings strength. Practical Stoic tips for handling unfair criticism. 1. Pause before reacting. Give yourself a moment to reflect, rather than reacting impulsively. 2. Separate criticism from self-worth. See the criticism as an external opinion, not a reflection of your value. 3. Look for truth in criticism. Even unfair feedback might hold useful insights. Take what helps and leave the rest. 4. Respond with calm and respect. A calm demeanor often diffuses tension and projects confidence. In this way, you embody the Stoic ideal of remaining steady and strong within, even in the face of external difficulties. Number 2. Practicing Stoic silence amid boasting. Imagine being at a networking event where a colleague is boasting about recent accomplishments or a lavish lifestyle. You might feel tempted to counter with your own achievements, but Stoicism teaches us the value of restraint. By choosing to remain quiet, you maintain your composure and allow others' words to reflect their character, saving your energy for more meaningful exchanges. This not only preserves your dignity, but also projects confidence, demonstrating that you're secure in your own accomplishments and don't seek external validation. In Stoic philosophy, silence in response to boasting is not a sign of weakness, but a form of strength and wisdom. Another Stoic teaches that we should not repay one favor with another, but rather with a multitude, meaning we should respond to empty boasts not with words, but with quiet grace and the quality of our character. How often do we react to others' success stories with one of our own? What might happen if, instead, you listened attentively, acknowledged their achievements with a nod or smile, and refocused on your personal virtues and goals? Embracing Stoic silence amid boasting fosters a life not driven by competition, but by genuine self-assurance and inner success. It creates an environment where you can thrive in peace, centered on true self-worth rather than comparison. Consider applying this lesson in your daily life. How might embracing quiet during moments of boastfulness enhance your relationships and overall well-being? Number 3. When dealing with anger. Anger can feel like a powerful storm that sweeps away reason and calm, but Stoic philosophy offers a refuge, a moment of silence to process these intense feelings. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic, advised that we should keep quiet most of the time, only speaking when truly necessary. Imagine a day at work when a colleague's mistake leads to extra hours of work for you. The initial reaction may be to respond in anger, but what if you chose silence instead? By holding back, you create space to view the situation objectively. This pause can prevent the conflict from escalating and open the door to constructive solutions. Consider how often quick, angry reactions have led to regrets. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, how much worse are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? This reflection highlights that the fallout from an angry outburst is often more damaging than the original offense. Take the example of Nelson Mandela, who, despite years of imprisonment, chose forgiveness over anger, a decision that brought reconciliation not just for himself, but for an entire country. Practicing silence when angry isn't about suppressing your feelings, but rather choosing responses that align with your higher self. This practice benefits not only your inner peace, but also your relationships and overall success. In moments of frustration, remember that silence can be a sanctuary, a place where wisdom prevails. Embracing this silent pause may prove to be one of the most profound and powerful responses you can give. Anger is a natural emotion, but if left unchecked, it can harm relationships and affect our health. Stoicism provides helpful tools for managing anger through self-control, clear thinking, and inner peace. Tips for practicing Stoic calm in the face of anger. 1. Identify triggers. Reflect on what tends to make you angry. Is it a particular person, environment, or situation? 2. Self-reflection. Consider why these things trigger you. Often, our assumptions and beliefs play a major role. 3. Accept what you can't change. Acknowledge that you can't control external events, only your response to them. 4. Stay present. Focus on the present moment, avoiding dwelling on past grievances or future worries. 5. Pause before responding. Take a moment to think through the potential outcomes before reacting. 6. Shift perspective. Try to see the situation from the other person's viewpoint. Empathy can ease anger. 7. Change the narrative. Reflect on how a Stoic philosopher might view the situation. Would they see it as important? 8. Focus on solutions. Rather than dwelling on the problem, think of constructive ways to address it. 9. Develop inner strength. Build emotional resilience through self-control and patience. 10. Channel anger positively. Redirect anger into healthy outlets like exercise or creative pursuits. 11. Learn from anger. Use anger as an opportunity for self-growth and reflection. Mastering anger is essential for personal well-being and healthy relationships. By examining its roots, practicing mindfulness, shifting perspectives, and finding positive channels, we can transform anger into a force for good. Stoic wisdom guides us to seek inner peace and a balanced, fulfilling life. Number 4. Silence amidst unfounded rumors. Rumors can be like leaves swept up in a gust of wind, scattering confusion and harm. When these rumors are false, Stoic philosophy offers a powerful response: silence. Consider the story of a teacher in a small town, wrongly accused of misconduct. Rather than fuel the flames with denials or justifications, she stood firm in her honesty and integrity. Her silence wasn't a surrender, but a wise choice based on inner strength. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." How often have hasty words made situations worse? Could silence offer a shield against false accusations? In the teacher's case, her silence allowed the community's initial fervor to dissipate. As time passed and no new evidence arose, the truth became her best defense. This illustrates the Stoic view of focusing on what you can control, your reactions and actions, rather than trying to control the spread of stories. Epictetus once advised that if someone speaks ill of you, respond with kindness. This counterintuitive approach suggests that meeting negativity with positivity, or in this case, silence, can diffuse unproductive interactions. When faced with false accusations, staying silent can reflect your respect for the truth. Applying this lesson in your own life means considering the importance of waiting to respond until the dust settles. Living by your principles rather than fighting every rumor helps maintain both your peace and your integrity. Silence in the face of rumors is not only a self-protective measure, but also a commitment to Stoic ideals. As you navigate personal and professional relationships, let Stoic silence be your guide through the turmoil of false rumors, leading you toward a life of peace, contentment, and success. Number 5. How to deal with loss. Loss is an inevitable human experience, one that often brings profound sadness and leaves us with a feeling of emptiness. Yet, Stoic philosophy offers a powerful perspective on dealing with the pain of loss. In his book, A Grief Observed, author C.S. Lewis, who wrote about his sorrow after the passing of his wife, remarked, "The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before." This mirrors the Stoic viewpoint. Loss and love are deeply intertwined, and grief is a reflection of the joy we once experienced. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminds us that the day we fear as our last is but the birthday of eternity. How might our approach to loss change if we view it not as an end, but as a transformation? Instead of fighting the silence that follows a loss, Stoics teach us to accept it. This silence isn't a denial of what has happened, but a way to allow time for reflection, healing, and growth. C.S. Lewis didn't try to numb his grief. He explored his thoughts and feelings deeply, a Stoic practice that transforms hardships into self-discovery and a deeper appreciation for life's fragility and beauty. Stoicism encourages embracing the silence that follows loss, letting it guide us to meaningful insight and peace. Reflect on how you've handled loss in the past. Could the Stoic practice of silent contemplation provide a path for healing in future moments of grief? This approach to grieving, one that includes acceptance, patience, and gratitude, can foster personal healing and also support those around us. Tips for practicing Stoic resilience in times of loss. 1. Acknowledge your feelings. Embrace and accept the emotions that accompany loss. Stoicism teaches that feelings are natural responses to life's events. Let yourself feel the pain without judgment. 2. Focus on what you can control. Stoics remind us to release what we cannot change and direct our energy toward what we can. Consider how you can manage your own response to loss, rather than trying to change the situation itself. 3. Reframe loss as an opportunity for growth. Stoicism teaches that challenges are opportunities for self-improvement. Ask yourself what lessons this loss offers that could deepen your wisdom, empathy, or resilience. 4. Practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts focus from what we've lost to what we still have. Keeping a daily gratitude journal can foster calm and acceptance, helping you appreciate life's ongoing gifts. 5. Seek support. Community and connection are vital in Stoicism. Sharing grief with loved ones or support groups can lessen the isolation of loss, providing comfort and strength through shared understanding. Navigating grief is challenging, but Stoic principles can provide strength and perspective. By acknowledging our emotions, focusing on what we can control, and finding gratitude, we can transform loss into a source of resilience and healing. Number 6. Navigating ignorance with Stoic grace. Encountering ignorance can be frustrating, especially when others hold rigid beliefs that lack understanding. Yet, moments like these provide an opportunity to practice patience and grace. Galileo, the scientist who championed heliocentrism during a time of staunch geocentric beliefs, exemplified this approach. Despite fierce opposition and even house arrest, Galileo maintained his integrity, often choosing silence over conflict in the face of misunderstanding and hostility. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Galileo's quiet persistence in the face of opposition wasn't a sign of weakness, but a testament to his inner conviction. Truth, after all, doesn't need constant defense. It stands on its own. When encountering ignorance, consider how your response might change if you truly embraced control over only your reactions. The Stoic principle of focusing on one's own behavior, while accepting that others' beliefs are beyond our control, teaches us that we can't change others, but can always choose our own response. Practicing this kind of gracious restraint can lead to a peaceful, balanced life, centered on long-term respect rather than short-term vindication. Strategies for responding to ignorance with Stoic wisdom. 1. Practice patience and empathy. Stoicism encourages understanding others' limitations. Consider that their ignorance may be due to lack of knowledge and respond with patience rather than frustration. 2. Embrace silence as strength. Responding with silence can sometimes be the most powerful response. Silence allows you to rise above unnecessary conflict and keeps your focus on what truly matters. 3. Choose battles wisely. Stoicism teaches that not all conflicts are worth engaging. By prioritizing long-term respect over immediate victories, you conserve energy for the challenges that truly matter. 4. Focus on your actions, not others' opinions. Remember that others' beliefs are beyond your control. Concentrating on your own values and actions allows you to navigate difficult situations with dignity. Let Galileo's story remind you that sometimes the most profound response to ignorance is not to correct it, but to let it pass with grace. This approach can transform potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and preserve both your peace and respect for others. Number 7. How to deal with rumors. Most of us have experienced the sting of rumors, hearing stories about ourselves that spread far from the truth. The natural instinct might be to defend ourselves, yet Stoicism suggests a different approach, one grounded in silence and resilience. A community leader who faced false accusations of personal gain chose not to confront every rumor. Instead, she focused on her mission, embodying Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. The best revenge is to be unlike him who hurt you. By staying committed to her cause, she allowed her actions to reveal her true character, which ultimately dissolved the false stories. Rumors only gain power if we give them attention. Imagine if, instead of reacting, we chose silence and let our actions speak. Epictetus advised that if someone speaks ill of us, and it's true, we should work on ourselves. If it's false, we should ignore it. Practicing Stoic silence here is not passivity, but an active stance, allowing our integrity to quietly dispel the untruths. Practical steps for responding to rumors stoically. 1. Control your emotions. Reacting emotionally often fuels rumors. Instead, remain calm and consider that others' opinions don't define you. 2. Seek the truth. Gather facts to understand the origin and nature of the rumor, but don't obsess over it. Seek clarity to guide a reasoned response, if necessary. 3. Respond thoughtfully. If a response is warranted, choose calm, factual clarification instead of defensive or emotional language. 4. Embody your values. Focus on aligning your actions with your values. By consistently demonstrating integrity, you weaken the credibility of rumors. 5. Detach from others' opinions. As Stoicism teaches, focus on what you can control, your own thoughts and actions. Recognize that you can't change what others think or say about you. In a world where information travels fast, Stoic principles like emotional control, integrity, and self-detachment can protect your peace and reputation. Number 8. When confronted with injustice. Facing injustice can stir powerful emotions: anger, frustration, and even despair. Yet Stoicism offers a framework to approach injustice with strength and calm. The philosopher Epictetus' advice, to bear and forbear, encourages enduring hardship without complaint and forgiving others for their actions. Nelson Mandela exemplified this resilience. Though he endured years of unjust imprisonment, he emerged as a beacon of peace and unity, demonstrating that our response to adversity can shape our future and that of others. Mandela's restraint shows a Stoic ideal, transforming personal suffering into a force for healing rather than revenge. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best way to get back at someone who has hurt you is not to be like them." By choosing to rise above, we foster positive change rather than fueling further conflict. Stoic practices for dealing with injustice. 1. Maintain inner peace. Keep a calm mind amidst external chaos. Practices like deep breathing or meditation can help. 2. Accept what you can't control. Focus on your own response rather than others' actions, recognizing that your true power lies in how you choose to react. 3. Respond thoughtfully. Consider your actions carefully. Reacting in anger often escalates conflict, while measured responses promote resolution. 4. Uphold your values. Let your actions be guided by your principles, choosing integrity over retaliation. 5. Seek constructive solutions. When possible, work toward fair resolutions. Engage in honest dialogue, look for compromises, and advocate for change where needed. By responding calmly and constructively, we can navigate injustice with dignity, finding both personal peace and potentially inspiring societal improvement. Number 9. How to handle insults with Stoic wisdom. Insults, whether overt or subtle, challenge us to remain composed. Epictetus taught that if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Mahatma Gandhi's response to insults during his peaceful activism reflects this wisdom. By choosing silence over retaliation, Gandhi maintained his dignity, reinforcing the power of nonviolent resistance. His calm in the face of anger transformed his opponents, garnering support for his cause. When we react to insults with silence and understanding, we communicate that our self-worth is rooted in something deeper than others' opinions. Instead of allowing insults to provoke anger, Stoicism encourages us to focus on our own response and rise above negativity. Strategies for handling insults with Stoic composure. 1. Choose silence. Sometimes, silence is the most powerful response. By not reacting, you maintain control over the situation and signal self-assurance. 2. Understand the source. Reflect on why the insult might have been directed at you. Often, insults reveal more about the other person's insecurities than about you. 3. Remember your values. Keep your principles in mind. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that reacting in anger often leads to worse outcomes than the insult itself. 4. Seek the higher path. Practice forgiveness, not as a passive act, but as a way to rise above pettiness and strengthen your inner peace. 5. Transform anger into purpose. Use the energy of your emotions to fuel personal growth, directing attention toward what truly matters to you. Handling insults with Stoic wisdom allows us to keep our peace, inspire respect, and become examples of strength and integrity for others. Conclusion. From responding to rumors and dealing with insults to confronting injustice, Stoic philosophy offers a powerful roadmap for cultivating inner peace and resilience. Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, "Don't waste time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." This simple yet profound guidance encourages us to embody the virtues we wish to see in the world, letting our actions speak louder than our words. In practicing Stoic silence, we can find strength, balance, and clarity, choosing carefully when to speak and when to hold our peace. By applying these principles, we empower ourselves to live with greater calm, kindness, and purpose. If you found these insights meaningful, please share your reflections in the comments, and pass on these timeless Stoic teachings to those around you. And for more wisdom on living a thoughtful and resilient life, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next lesson.